Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Edwards Productions pregame show here on Edwards Productions Television. Tonight, our feature game, the Massena Red Raiders and the Ogdensburg Blue Devils in high school football action. Before we send you out to the field for the play-by-play action with Jamie Davis, let's talk a little bit about the matchup tonight between these two Route 37 rivals. And this rivalry goes a long ways back when it's fall time and the weather starts to change from the nice, hot summer days to the mild, little bit cooler fall days and nights. You know that football is in the air, and soccer and swimming. Tonight it's football, and everybody looks for the Massena and Ogdensburg football game as the highlight of the fall season. This is the game that everybody roots for. This is the game that everybody works so hard in practice for. It is the game of the fall season, Massena and Ogdensburg. Tonight, the game heads down Route 37 to Massena, where the OFA Blue Devils visit here. The Massena Red Raiders this year, under the guidance, I should say, of a brand new coach, Al Nicola, as he takes over. A little bit different way of looking at things, a little bit different way of how he wants to run the offense and defense. Jamie Davis caught up with him earlier on this week and got a chance to talk to him about what it's like to be the head coach and what some of the things are he has planned for this season.
Well, I'm joined now by the new head coach of the Massena Red Raiders, Coach Al Nicola. And, Coach, a new season, but yet this has got to be the toughest position to walk into after being an assistant coach and just taking the whole shebang like this. When you first took over the job, what was the first thing you wanted to do?
First thing I wanted to do was ask myself why I did it. No, it is. The thing that surprised me a lot was the amount of work, especially paperwork. Mm-hmm. Tony used to do that all, and I'm sure Mike Nicholas did it all, and now I have to do it. But the staff has been wonderful. I keep saying that I asked them for help because I needed more help than Tony needed. A lot of our guys are unpaid, and Tony was kind of reluctant. You know, he felt, you know, he's taking time away from the families and things like that. But I've asked them for help, and they've responded marvelously. You know, we had countless meetings before the season, and computer printouts, which I don't know anything about, but Quinny Sidden and Jeff Slack do, and they've been able to put everything together, and they've been just wonderful to me.
Now, the one thing that we did want to talk to you about, with any new head coaching job, from high school right up through to the pros, each coach has their own way of wanting to do things. What are some of the changes? And I'm sure there's going to be some major ones too, things you'd like to see done this season. Maybe you might want to run over some of them with us.
Well, the major changes are that we've got an entire new offense. We've gone to a new offense. We've gone back to the 50 defense. Our special teams have changed. Anything else, everything's changed. Just the atmosphere in practice. We met several times, and we said that we have to be very patient. Mm-hmm. And there's not a lot of hollering and yelling out there because there's a lot of teaching to do, mm-hmm. Because everything is new, and the kids have adapted well to it, and I think they've had fun. We talked to them about two things: commitment and chemistry. Commitment means that we need their focus and their attention when we're out on the practice field and in games. Chemistry means that we think of this as kind of an extended family situation, that the Massena football family. And they seem to like each other. They enjoy playing the game. They enjoy playing with each other. And so those two things have come along for us.
That's important for the team to function as a team and not as individuals. That's about as important in this game as you can get, isn't it?
Absolutely. The only statistic we're concerned with is who won and who lost. That's the only thing that we're concerned with. Individual statistics don't mean a thing to us. It's in the context of the team.
That's the secret to winning right there.
I hope it is. I hope so.
One thing we did want to run by you, Coach, you have juniors, or sophomores and juniors from last year that have now moved up as juniors and seniors. Is it a little confusing to them to change from what Coach D'Agostino had to what kind of a game you want out there?
Yes, it is. But not only that, they have to adapt to the speed of the game, the speed of the varsity game. Mm-hmm. And it's quite a bit different from the JV. We decided early on that we would not bring up any sophomores, that we would the numbers that we have are sufficient for us to field a competitive football team, and we'll leave the 10th graders down there with the JV so that they can get game experience, because as I see it, our biggest weakness is lack of game experience. We've got juniors who are seniors who didn't get to play a lot last year. And I said to the Courier the other day, the only way you're going to get game experience is to play. So really, we're playing ourselves into shape and into those situations that you need. And hopefully, we decided that we're going to take it one game at a time. No one game on our schedule is more important than the other. Our goal is to get better, to improve as a football team, and hopefully win along the way. But the experience is the most important factor.
Now you're coming off a win at Malone. This is kind of an upbeat mood. This gets everybody in the right frame of mind to begin with. You're coming into a game against OFA, which has been a long-time rival, and I know a lot of these fellas have got that on their mind. Is this good to be that up, coming off a win and going into a game against OFA? Can you be too up for a game such as this?
Well, I hope they're not. If they believe what we're telling them, and I think they do, what I just said, we're playing OFA, but OFA is no more or less important than any game on our schedule. We're very proud of our team, the way they came back from some adversity. You know yourself, you followed us in 1994. One of the things we wondered is, how are these guys going to react when they're behind? Well, we found that out about this football team very early. And they went on a 65-yard drive in 1 minute and 52 seconds and scored. They felt real good about themselves at halftime, and hopefully that carries over. But we're playing a football team that happens to wear blue uniforms tomorrow. And that's the way we want it, the perspective that we want. And if you reach that all-time high early in the season, what are you going to do later on? And with the lack of game experience, we want to improve every week, and that's what our goal is.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind at all that this team can come back from being down. They proved it last year during that Canton Golden Bear game that anything is possible in a football game, right, Coach?
We don't want to take it to that limit, but
No.
that was an amazing situation there. But the kids didn't panic. The coaching staff didn't panic. I think the only one that panicked maybe was me. But no, halftime you don't rave and rant anymore. You make your adjustments, and we made some adjustments that helped us a lot. Defensively we played a lot better.
Well, Coach, thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and from all of us here at Edwards Production Sports, we wish you the best of luck throughout the entire season. The first year is always the one you probably will remember the most, and we wish you the best of luck.
There's always going to be a soft spot in my heart for this particular team because it's my first.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for talking with us, Coach.
Thank you for all you do for us.
More football to come here on Edwards Production Sports.
Well, as you can see, Al Nicola looking forward to his first season here as head coach of the Massena Red Raiders, and he says it's going to be one that he's going to remember for a long time. That first year is a tough one, trying to get all the bugs out and get used to it, but he's going to do a good job. He's going up against a veteran, though, tonight, and it's Ron Johnson from Ogdensburg, and when Ogdensburg comes to town, you know they're always ready to play football. Ron Johnson comes in with the air attack, and Ogdensburg always dangerous to all the teams in the NAC with that air attack, as he's not afraid to put the ball in the air, and he takes some chances, and that's how you win football games. Ron Johnson also very tough on the defensive side of the ball. One player we can talk about is Chris Sargent. Chris Sargent with 4 interceptions in last weekend's contest. Jamie Davis had a chance early tonight to talk to Ron Johnson. Here's how that interview went.
Joined now by Coach Ron Johnson of the OFA Blue Devils. And, Coach, before we came on the air, you got a little something special to tell us. You've got the quarterback from the 1931 OFA Blue Devils with you tonight.
Yeah, Fred Nichols is a guy that comes up to Ogdensburg, probably 3 or 4 times a year, and he always stops in the high school, and he's a very generous benefactor of our school, and he loves athletics. He was a quarterback in 1931 for the OFA Blue Devils. He's a 3-sport athlete at OFA, and he's just a great guy, and he's very inspirational to our kids, and he rode the bus with us tonight just to give us some good luck here at Massena.
And he picked one of the best rivalries in the NAC to go to, didn't he?
Well, he was actually going to go home to New Jersey, and he stopped by school yesterday, and he found out we were playing Massena, so he postponed his departure, and he's hanging out for another day to stay with us for the game tonight.
Well, it'll be great to have him on hand. Coach, let's take a look at the season for you. You've already started out on a great note. defense last week. You had to be really proud of them. They really played a great game out there.
Well, our defense kept us in the game, and you know what happens at the beginning of the season, usually your defense is ahead of the offense, and if you are skipping a beat on the offense, maybe the defense can pick up the slack and get you back in the game. That's exactly what happened the way we see it. You know, they kept us there and held Canton when we needed them to and forced them to turn the ball over and got us back the ball. And even though we were skipping a beat on offense once in a while, we had the ball enough times in our possession that we were able to make something happen.
Now, you've been known for quite a bit in the past for the aerial attack. Has that game plan changed for you, or is that pretty much a standard game for you? We don't see the OFA team run the ball too much. You've got a playbook that's got a lot of exotics in it, I guess you might say.
Well, you know, we run the wing tee like Massena used to. Massena used to run the wing tee. And the wing tee is something that can adapt to any personnel. I'm just waving to the head coach of Massena. He's waving at me over there. The wing tee's an offense that can adapt to your personnel. So if you got somebody that can throw the ball, you use them. If you got somebody that can catch it, you know, you throw to them. If you've got good runners, then you run the ball. It's just you know, use the personnel you've got.
Getting into the playoffs last season, special teams were a big thing for you. They pretty much almost got you there last season.
Well, Coach George does an awful good job with the special teams, and we've got a package that dates way back to prehistoric times, and we just keep adding to it, and we find new wrinkles, and we work specials an awful lot. When you can turn the ball over and get you know, positive yardage, and then if you receive the ball, bring it back to the line of scrimmage, that sort of stuff. So when your exchanges are positive for your team, special teams get you field position, and that's very important.
Now, last week, the way Chris Sargent was picking off passes, what do you have, a radio in the offensive huddle on the other team or something last week?
Well, Chris kind of likes it when the other team throws, because he's that center fielder type basketball hands, and he's really reckless in the secondary, and we like that.
That's something you approve of, huh?
Yes, I do.
As long as he keeps doing what he's doing.
Yes, sir.
Now, Coach, we take a look at this game tonight, things that OFA is going to have to do to keep Massena at bay.
Well, we certainly are going to have to contain the big tailback, Grady. He's got a blocking machine in front of him. We know that, the fullback. A couple of good receivers out there, and a big, tall tight end that likes to run that quick slant pass. And I guess we're just going to have to make sure that we take away those offensive threats and play good, solid football.
One of the things that's probably also a threat is the fact that you have a new head coach here, probably a whole new game plan out there. How do you kind of work around that? You just go out there and just take it as it goes each down, or how do you prepare for something like that? That's got to kind of put a little fear in you, a little bit.
I'm always afraid, Jamie. I'm always afraid. No, Al's a good, solid football mind, and I've worked with him and worked against him for years, and so we hope we got a feel for what's going on. We prepared for this team, we hope.
Well, okay, Coach, we wish you the best of luck tonight. Big rivalry, and I know how much you look forward to it, and the fellows look forward to it. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Well, as you can see, Ron Johnson always ready to come into Massena and play football. It's going to be an interesting one. Both of the teams are 1-0 going tonight's game. Massena with the victory over Malone last weekend, and Ogdensburg with the victory over Canton. It's going to be a big one, and we hope you're going to stay with us right here live. Coming up next on Edwards Production Sports, we're going to send you out to Mike Nicholas Field with Jamie Davis.
We are live at Mike Nicholas Field in Massena, New York. And we are set to kick it off, the OFA Blue Devils and the Massena Red Raiders. And a line drive kick that goes over the head of number 35, Ryan McDonald for the Massena Red Raiders. And the Red Raiders will start things off, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Just an absolute gorgeous evening for football. Temperatures, I'd say upper 60s, possibly 66 degrees or so. It's a slight breeze blowing from left to right. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Hubert at quarterback. Handout goes to McDonald. McDonald trying to move the ball forward. May have picked up possibly a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down, about 9. We'll call it 2nd and 8. Red Raiders, of course, coming off that victory against the Malone Huskies last week. Big one for them. Just start the season off. And of course, OFA taking a win over the Canton Golden Bears. 2nd down and 8. The pitch comes back. Steve Grady, and Grady dangerous whenever he gets the ball, and it appears he has a Red Raider first down. So Steve Grady, definitely a threat for the Massena Red Raiders, and of course Coach Ron Johnson said that Grady definitely would be one of the men to stop on this Massena Red Raider team. He's got some good blocking that gets out in front of him. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. They pick up an early first down. Josh Doherty comes to the near side for the Red Raiders. Hubert, the fake, the pass comes out to Doherty, and Josh unable to leap up and grab it. Ball gets out of bounds, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, I wish every night during the season could be just like this one as far as the weather goes. Absolutely perfect. Every year I say that, and it gets worse. 2nd down and 10 for the Red Raiders. Doherty again comes to the near side. And ball goes up the middle. And Brian McDonald on the carry this time. And Brian picks up maybe 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Just underway here in the first quarter. We're live here on Edwards Production Sports. The OFA Blue Devils and the Massena Red Raiders. NAC football, week number 2 of the season. 3rd and 7. McDonald and Grady in the backfield. Doherty again to the near side. Now Doherty to the far side, I should say, but the Red Raiders take it ahead. And McDonald again. So the Red Raiders trying to bull their way forward. It'll be 4th down. And the Red Raider punting unit comes on the field. So the Red Raiders will kick it away. Josh Doherty on special teams will punt it away, and the ever-dangerous Chris Sargent is back to receive. And Sargent, what a week he had last week. High kick, Sargent trying to get underneath it. He has it. Sargent with some fancy footwork here. Gets out to around the 45-yard line before he's finally pushed back there. So the Blue Devils will take over 1st and 10 with 9:22 left to play in the first quarter. No score if you're just joining us. I mentioned Chris Sargent, 4 interceptions last week. What a ball game. And a chance to speak a little bit with Chris. He'd like to have another one of those games just like that. A game you kind of dream about that right there. Blue Devils, 1st and 10. Handoff. Paul Jacks straight ahead. Adam Ripa on the carry for the OFA Blue Devils. And coming out of the ball game is Derek Wood. He comes to the sidelines. One injured player out, and it's been a funny week for the OFA Blue Devils in practice. We'll get to that injury in just a moment. 2nd down and 5 for the Blue Devils for a first down. And the Red Raiders have that one covered very nicely. In on the tackle for the Massena Red Raiders. Number 81, Mark Goodfellow. Leads a herd of tacklers. So it'll be 3rd down for the OFA Blue Devils. Good defensive play by the Red Raiders. Jackson, quarterback, coming to the near side for the Blue Devils, Mike Chambers, and the handoff Goes to Brian Dupre. And Dupre gets maybe 3 on the play. It'll be 4th down. And Blue Devils making some changes here as Paul Jacks comes out, so it looks like the punting unit is coming on for the Blue Devils. You get a good look at the Blue Devils right there. So they'll kick it away. And dropping back deep to receive is Steve Grady. 2 fellas on special teams tonight, Sargent and Grady, both dangerous when they get the ball in their hand. A nice kick, and Grady's got to go back for it. He picks it up, will try to get something out of it, but Sargent is there, and Chris Sargent makes the tackle for the Blue Devils. A beautiful kick by Michael Chambers, and Chambers gets it back a little farther than Grady thought he would. And Steve trying to turn it into something, but Chris Sargent was right there to cover. So the Massena Red Raiders will start deep in their own end. There is no score, 7:16 remaining to play in the first quarter. Hubert, handoff. Grady, and good pursuit by the OFA Blue Devils. In on the tackle, Justin Casey, number 23 for the OFA Blue Devils. As we mentioned, the Red Raiders starting out with that big victory last week at Malone. 2nd down and 9. Gain of a yard on the play. The handoff. And again, the Blue Devils with good pursuit. Maybe a yard on the play. Grady getting the ball once again for the Red Raiders. 6:27 left to play now in the first quarter. We're very happy to have you along with us here on Edwards Production Sports on a gorgeous September evening. Our 2nd week in the NAC. Red Raiders trying to dig themselves out of a hole here. And Grady trying to get some running room, but again, the Blue Devils with good pursuit. In on the tackle for OFA, number 70, Rod Power. And the Red Raiders dangerously close to their own goal line will have to kick it away. We see Coach Ron Johnson on the sideline talking to his troops. Now the indication is a safety. And apparently the Blue Devils coming up with a big safety right there, so Rod Power getting it. I must not have been looking in the right direction. I didn't see any signal out there for the safety, but Blue Devils on top 2-0. And you get a look at Josh Doherty for the Massena Red Raiders. So the Blue Devils will get the ball right back a bit, back again. And Sargent trying to pick a hole, and Sargent finally draws a crowd, but gets into Red Raider territory, and the Blue Devils will take over 1st and 10. Blue Devils have the lead, 2-0 on a safety. With 5:43 left to play in the first quarter. There is Chris Sargent, senior this year. And as we mentioned, what a game he had last week. 1st and 10, Blue Devils, the handoff. Sargent trying to find some room outside. And he is finally met there by number 32, Derek McCoyce. I don't know if I pronounced that right or not. I hope I did. M-A-C-I-O-C-E. Pretty good crowd on hand here for the first home game of the season of the Massena Red Raiders, and we hope that all of you that are watching are enjoying this matchup up and down the mighty St. Lawrence and across St. Lawrence County as well. And we'd like to welcome our new viewers in St. Lawrence County to Edwards Production Sports. We hope you're enjoying yourselves wherever you may be. 2-0 our score if you're just joining us, with 5:27 left to play in the first quarter. And the Blue Devils decide to call a timeout, and Coach Ron Johnson wants to have a bit of a discussion with his Blue Devil squad. Break in the action, 2-0. OFA back after this. We'll play as we came back from our break. And our score, 2-0 in favor of the OFA Blue Devils, with 5:05 left to play in the first quarter. The 2nd down and 10 for the Blue Devils. We'll call it around the 35-yard line. Chris Sargent. Sargent galloping his way forward for big yardage. And Chris picking up some major yards right there for the OFA Blue Devils. And it'll be 3rd down and about a yard to go for another OFA first down. So the Blue Devils kind of turning things around here. They were backed up a little bit on first down, but have recovered here the next two. Paul Jackson, quarterback, coming to the near side is Brian Dupree. And Blue Devils want to go forward. Red Raiders say no, you're going backwards. And on the tackle for the Red Raiders, Brad Griffin. Or Griffith, number 77. And the Blue Devils just enough to get a first down. So the Blue Devils in Red Raider territory. Send a man in motion, but they pitch to Sargent. Sargent going for the near sidelines, trying to find some room. And Sargent, tough guy to bring down once he gets rolling right along, but the Red Raiders finally getting down after a big gain. About an 8-yard gain for Sargent. And first-year coach, or head coach, I should say, Al Nicola. He said that this would be the team that he would probably remember the most, his first year. And the handoff goes to Brian Dupree. And Dupree is finally brought down out of bounds. And on the tackle for the Massena Red Raiders, number 32, Derek McCoyce. And Brian Dupree. Both Both coaches have high hopes for their teams this season. Another first down for the Blue Devils. Paul Jackson, quarterback. Fumble on the play, but it looks like the Blue Devils got it back, and covering up is the quarterback, Paul Jacks. So a miss on the exchange there as the ball squirted loose. So it'll be second down. Blue Devils threatening once again. 1:58 left to play in the first quarter. Blue Devils have the lead 2-0. We are live at Mike Nicholas Field. Jacks. He wants to put the ball in the air. Gets his pass off. And touchdown. Big touchdown there. Mike McCarthy on the reception for the OFA Blue Devils. So the Blue Devils will line up for the point after. David Beldock in to kick it. The kick is up. And it's good. 1:39 left to play in the first quarter, and the score, the OFA Blue Devils 9 and the Massena Red Raiders nothing. Well, we hope you're enjoying tonight's game from Mike Nicholas Field. We are very happy to bring it to you live here on Edwards Production Sports. There's our score, 9-0 Blue Devils, as you get a look at the OFA cheerleaders. Just a beautiful, beautiful evening for football. Like I said earlier, I wish it would stay like this the rest of the season. Some of you out there are thinking, boy, is he ever asking for a whole lot? All right, Blue Devils getting ready to kick it away. Both Grady and McCarthy back there to receive, along with Josh Doherty as well. And again, a booming kick, and that one goes into the end zone. So special teams for the Blue Devils have really not let the Massena Red Raiders get any kind of a run back at all. And the Red Raiders will start it from their own 20-yard line. You get a look at some of this crowd here at Massena. Hey, young fan there, you see him? Great crowd on hand. Normally there is a big crowd at the first game of the season at home. Why not? Just a beautiful evening for it. First and 10 from their own 20. Hubert at quarterback for the Red Raiders. Handoff. No, the fake. Brady disguising it very nicely. And the pass intended for Goodfellow. Boy, he even had me fooled. I think he had some of the OFA players fooled as well. The fake inside was a real good one. 1:36 left to play in the first quarter. 9-0 our score. Second down and 10 for the Red Raiders. This time, the Red Raiders will put it up. That one intended for Doherty, but it had a lot of mustard on it, and Doherty unable to get near it. Massena Red Raiders have a player in there I do not have on my list, number 40. Could be Derek Liberty in there. You can check that out. Derek normally, according to our list, wears number 44. We will check on that. It could be Derek Liberty. At any rate, Liberty goes to the far side, and the near side goes Doherty. Hubert at quarterback. Handoff. And stacked up is Steve Grady, number 25. And it will be 4th down as the Red Raiders punting unit comes on the field once again. So Chris Sargent will drop back deep to receive, and Josh Doherty will get set to kick it away with 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Doherty, and that one gets away. Blue Devils trying to get on it. Touchdown, Blue Devils! William LaFleur gets to it, number 40 for the OFA Blue Devils, and special teams, we mentioned, have been great in the past for the OFA Blue Devils. And tonight, apparently, no exception at all. 15-0 now in favor of the OFA Blue Devils. And they will go for the point after into kick it. Dave Beldock, he puts it up. Yes, and it is good. So, the special teams can put a feather in their cap. With 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter, the score, the OFA Blue Devils 16 and the Massena Red Raiders nothing. Well, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors of tonight's NAC football game, because I'll tell you right now, without them, we could not bring this game to you. So at any time during the week, you get a chance to stop in, say hi, and thank them. Because as we mentioned, they're the ones that are bringing this telecast to you. I ask you to stop in and patronize them anytime you get a chance. Blue Devils kicking it away. Line drive kick. McCarthy trying to get a handle on it, finally picks it up. Trying to take off, and he's collared and brought down. On the tackle, Dave Beldock, who not only can kick field goals, but does a little extra on special teams. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders at, around the 19-yard line, their own 19. With 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It has been all OFA so far. Hubert at quarterback will try to get something rolling here for the Red Raiders. Hubert puts it up. Doherty on the reception, has it popped away from him, but the ball goes out of bounds. So Josh Doherty on the reception. We'll get the Red Raiders going in the right direction. There's Coach Al Nicola. Coach looking a little concerned at this point, but it's still the first quarter. Coming out of the ball game for the OFA Blue Devils, William LaFleur, number 40. Not playing tonight for the Blue Devils, out with a broken foot, Joe Breno. And we'll tell you about that. What a crazy accident that was. Gilbert sends the ball forward. And McDonald, maybe a couple on the play. Beldock in on the tackle. There you get a look at Dave Beldock, the field goal kicker, and he's been in the last 2 or 3 tackles, not only on special teams, but right here playing on defense. Junior. And time has expired here in the first quarter. We have played one here at Massena, and it has been all Blue Devils. And the score at the end of one, the OFA Blue Devils 16, and the Massena Red Raiders nothing. Back with second quarter action right at it. Unable to get a handle on it, Mark Goodfellow, number 81. See Goodfellow, he towers over the rest of these fellas. Easy target to find when you're that tall. As we mentioned, just getting underway here in the second quarter. Our score, if you're just joining us, is 16-0. OFA Blue Devils on top in this longtime rivalry. Get a look at Mark Goodfellow. Third down for the Massena Red Raiders. On the option, a pitch comes back. And McCarthy, and it looks like he may have the first down. Excuse me, yes, McCarthy. Excuse me, Grady. I'll get it after a while. Steve Grady on the carry. Maybe I better go see my optician. At any rate, Steve Grady bringing the ball forward. And a big first down for the Massena Red Raiders. First and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Gilbert, the handoff. Grady trying to find a seam, maybe a yard on the play. We'll wait and see. I get a look at Steve Grady, number 25 for the Massena Red Raiders. Our cameraman doing a great job there, as well as our director tonight, bringing you all of the sights and sounds of this live telecast from Massena. Second down and about 6 for the Red Raiders for another first down. Hubert wants to put the ball up in the air, and he does. And again, a tall target, Mark Goodfellow, unable to get a grasp on it. He was well covered. I would think Mark Goodfellow, by just taking a look at him, would be a tough person to bring down. If he ever gets a reception and turns the corner and starts going, it'd be like trying to stop a train, I would think. Third down at about 7 for another first down. Hubert tries to get the ball out to Steve Grady, and Grady gets turned around, but just happened to catch the ball going by him. So it'll be fourth down, and the Red Raiders will have to kick it away. And the ever-dangerous Chris Sargent will drop back to receive the punt, and he is the only man back. And Josh Doherty will kick it away for the Massena Red Raiders. Doherty, high kick up into the lights. Sargent looks it over and may let it go, and Chris a little disgusted that he was unable to get to that one. So the OFA Blue Devils will take over first and 10. And it looks like from their own, maybe 17-yard line. As you get a look along the sidelines, and the Massena Red Raiders. Johan Cascala. And Johan Cascala, right there, number 51 for the Massena Red Raiders. Paul Jackson, quarterback for the Blue Devils, first and 10. The handoff and the spin move by Brian Dupree. And I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. It could be Dupre, too. Anyway, Brian is able to pick up about 3 yards on the play. It'll be second down, and we'll call it about 7 for another first down for the OFA Blue Devils. Tim Lalone comes to the near side as the Blue Devils send a man in motion. Sargent has got it. It builds up ahead of steam, and Sargent with a huge gain on the play. Chris Sargent. And Chris a big gain for Chris Sargent, and they'll move the markers once again as the Blue Devils pick up a huge first down right there. First and 10 from the Blue Devil 37-yard line on the gain by Chris Sargent. And we have a whistle on the play. And we'll wait to see what the decision is on this one. And the Red Raiders are offsides. So that will be a free 5 yards for the OFA Blue Devils, and it will be first and 5. 10:01 left to play in the first half. OFA 16. And the Massena Red Raiders, nothing. Another flag, and this one apparently an equipment violation of some kind against the OFA Blue Devils is the violation. And this will be marked back a ton. So, quite an exchange there of yardage and no playing going on. There's Coach Al Nicola on the sidelines. He is really looking forward to this season. Doesn't care much for all the paperwork that comes with it, I guess, but Paul Jackson, quarterback. Blue Devils march back quite a ways there. They're going to put the ball up in the air. And this one is tipped away at the last moment. A great defensive play there by number 30, Shane Cameron. And Cameron just tipping it right away and breaking that one up. And Coach Ron Johnson on the sidelines. Not happy with somebody over there. Second down and a long one for the OFA Blue Devils. Tim Lalone comes to the near side. Jacks puts it up, finds a man open. Rick Nichols carrying the ball for the OFA Blue Devils on the reception. It'll be third down and still plenty. Call it about 20 yards. With 9:26 left to play in the half. So the Blue Devils kind of turnabout fair play here as they're having to dig themselves out of a hole here. Jack still at quarterback. They send Dupre in motion. And here's Sargent. Chris Sargent, one man to beat. And Sargent headed for the end zone. Touchdown. Chris Sargent, and once he gets going, he is tough to haul down. So the Blue Devils, who were quite a ways from a first down, ended up getting a touchdown out of it, courtesy of Chris Sargent. And Dave Baldock will come in. The kick is up. And we've got a penalty marker on the play. The kick was no good, but a flag has been thrown. See what the preliminary signal is as we look towards the official's way. And personal foul running into the kicker. And the Blue Devils will get another try. And Beldock misses again. But Chris Sargent, a big run all the way for a touchdown. And the OFA Blue Devils lead it 22-0 with 8:57 left to play in the second quarter. So Chris again having a banner game here. So the Blue Devils have really poured it on here in this first half. The Red Raiders have had their moments. As you get a look at Joe Seacott, number 33. So the Blue Devils will kick it away. And Brian McDonald is back there along with Grady and Josh Doherty. And McDonald will get it. McDonald trying to find an opening, and he's rattled down by Chris Sargent. So McDonald, it's good field position for the Massena Red Raiders, and they'll open up 1st and 10 at the Red Raider 29-yard line. And there is Chris Sargent heading to the sideline. We are live at Mike Nicholas Field on a beautiful, beautiful evening here for football. The second week of the season for the NAC. A long-standing rivalry, the Massena Red Raiders and the OFA Blue Devils. 1st and 10 from their own 29, the Red Raiders. Handoff straight ahead. Ryan McDonald on the carry. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Massena Red Raiders. Red Raiders, I'm sure, would like to put something on the board here in this first half before they head to the locker room. Gilbert at quarterback. Gilbert on the option, decides to pitch it back. Here's Grady. Grady is brought down by Joe Pisani, number 34. We mentioned about Joe Breno being on the sideline. He went to make a cut in practice, and when he did, he broke his foot. And Joe was talking to me before the game and said, I'm a senior and I am really going to miss this game. One game he really wanted to play in was this one here. Third down and about 3 to go for the Red Raiders for another first down. The fake. And on the reception, Mark Goodfellow. So Hubert completes the pass to Goodfellow, and it is good for a Red Raider first down. So the Red Raiders on the move here as they put the ball up in the air, and they are into OFA territory as the ball is spotted at the Blue Devil 49-yard line. 7:14 left to play in the first half. 22-0 our score. The Blue Devils on top. Hubert will pitch it back. He said, I'm kind of small. I was talking with him earlier this week. He said he's kind of small, but I said, well, you know, you've got a lot of speed. You'd be a tough guy to bring down. I don't remember whether he agreed with me or not. He kind of gave me a look like he wasn't too sure. Second down and 7 for the Red Raiders. Hubert, the fake, puts the ball up in the air, going long, and it's picked off. Coming back with it, Tim Lalone, and he is finally brought down, but Tim Lalone on the interception for the Blue Devils, and they have got the ball back. Red Raiders were trying to go long to Josh Doherty, and Tim Lalone in the right place at the right time picks himself off a ball. And the Blue Devils get it back once again with 6:05 left to play in the first half. From the OFA 37. Whistles and flags everywhere. Looks like a ticker tape parade out there. And illegal procedure called against the OFA Blue Devils. So they'll tick off 5. So it'll be 1st and 15. Paul Jackson, quarterback. Jacks, the handoff, this time, Dupre. And Dupre making some nice moves. Brought down by Derek McCoy's number 32. Also in on the tackle, number 30, Shane Cameron. Brian Dupre, he got back a lot of the yardage there. We look along the sidelines. Mark Goodfellow. Second down and about 6 to go for another first down. And a fumble on the play, and the Red Raiders may have it. And they do. Here it is, if Mike McCarthy had the ball, and it squirted out of his hands, and the Red Raiders get the ball right back again. And in pretty good field position, I might add. So the Red Raiders with a chance here. And they will try to get things rolling right along here for them. From the Blue Devil 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Hubert, handoff. It looks like Grady on the carry for the Massena Red Raiders. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Well, we hope you're enjoying this live telecast here on Edwards Production Sports, WEPT, TV 24. And again, we welcome all of you across St. Lawrence County to week number 2 of the NAC. If you're just joining us, 22-0. OFA has the lead. 2nd down and about 7. Fumble. A scramble for it. And it looks as if the Blue Devils may have it. And they do. Apparently, football a little slippery out there for some reason or another. Dew may be getting out of the grass or whatever, but at any rate, the ball squirts loose and the Blue Devils get it right back again. So a bit of a reprieve there. 1st and 10 from the OFA 46-yard line. Jax wants to put it up in the air and does. He's going long, and that one is almost picked off by Hubert. The intended receiver was Justin Casey, number 23, I should say. But Hubert almost getting himself a football and almost another turnover. We've seen 3 turnovers here within the last 2 or 3 minutes of that football. So, we have a break in the action here. Coach Johnson wants to talk to his troops. We'll return with more right after this. The OFA Blue Devils 22 and the Massena Red Raiders nothing on a gorgeous late summer evening here. Week number 2 in the NAC. We are very happy to have you along with us. I'm Jamie Davis, along with the entire EP Sports crew. 3rd down and long. A one-play run while we were gone, but Massena Red Raiders rising to the occasion defensively. And it will be 4th down. And the Blue Devils will have to kick it away. So the Red Raiders come up tough here. Look along the sidelines there. Getting some great shots along the sidelines. Chris Tabor there on our wireless camera. So the Blue Devils will kick it away. It's like Chambers in to do the honors, and Grady will take it. And good coverage downfield. Chris Sargent giving Grady no leeway whatsoever as Steve heads to the sidelines. Steve, I'm sure, saying, boy, I didn't get a chance at all to do anything there. So the Red Raiders will try to get something going here. They'll get it 1st and 10 at their own, well, we'll call it the 37-yard line with 2:57 left to play here in the first half. Hubert will come up to the ball. Send Liberty to the far side. I'm sure that may be him. Hubert looking for someone downfield. And a sack. Rick Nichols gets the sack for the OFA Blue Devils. And that will push the ball back. As the Red Raiders now, it'll be 2nd down from their own 28-yard line. Eric Soit coming off the field, number 77 for the OFA Blue Devils. 2nd down at about 20 for the Red Raiders. Hubert wants to put it up over the middle and does so. Finds the tall target. Mark Goodfellow. And Goodfellow getting back a lot of the lost yardage. And it will be 3rd down, and we'll call it about 8 for another Red Raider first down. Ball spotted at the Red Raider 40-yard line with 2:01 now left to play in the first half. And officials having a bit of a meeting out there. They look along the Red Raider sideline. Some of the coaching staff of the Red Raiders. Great crowd on hand here for this long-time rivalry between these two teams. Had a chance to chat with the quarterback from the 1931 OFA Blue Devils. Mr. Nichols and I had a nice little talk there. 3rd down at about 7. Gilbert puts it up in the air. And that one intended for Josh Doherty. And Rod Power down there to defend on the play. Get a look at Rod Power. So it'll be 4th down, and the punting unit comes on again for the Massena Red Raiders. And once again, Josh Doherty will have to kick it away as you get a look at the scoreboard. And back deep to receive the ever dangerous Chris Sargent. Doherty gets it away in time. Sargent is backed up just a little bit. He'll take off with it. Sargent trying to find some room, and he's finally brought down. In on the tackle for the Red Raiders, number 32, Derek McCoyce. Get a look at Chris Sargent. He's already run one back long ways for a touchdown. Minute 40 left to play now in the second quarter. Red Raiders trying to mass some sort of strategy here. They have not had it good here in this first half. Shotgun. Sargent. And Chris up close to and may have a first down for the OFA Blue Devils. Four interceptions last week for Chris Sargent. He already has one touchdown tonight on offense. He'll be a tough man to stop most of this season. Well, not quite another first down for the Blue Devils. It'll be 2nd down at about 2. Again, Jack's from the shotgun. He'll put it up in the air. That one way overthrown, as this time Sargent is well covered by the Massena Red Raiders. Covering on the play was number 30, Shane Cameron, and number 57, Kyle Bigness. Chance to chat with Kyle also this week. Clock down to 57 seconds now left to play. Of course, stick around for at the half. Get a chance to meet some of these Massena Red Raider and OFA Blue Devil players. Again from the shotgun, high snap. Jack's back to pass, waits, looking for Sargent. That's picked off. Matt Hubert. And Sargent brings Hubert down immediately. But an interception, nevertheless, for the Massena Red Raiders, and they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 22 with 50 seconds left to play in the first half. So Matt Hubert gets the ball back and stops that drive by the Blue Devils. Red Raiders will try to get something going here. They may even be content with running out the clock. I formation. Handoff up the middle, and a huge gain out there for Steve Grady, and Grady getting a big hole, and finally the clock stops at 44 seconds. Big hole opening up for Steve Grady, and a timeout has been called. 44 seconds left to play in the first half. 22-0 OFA. Back after this. Raiders, week number 2 of the NAC. 44 seconds left to play in the first half. Blue Devils on top, 22-0. First and 10 for the Red Raiders. Hubert looking, finds Grady. Grady spins around. Pick up of about 4 on the play. And the Red Raiders called timeout. As you get a look at Rod Power. He's been in on a few plays tonight and making some big tackles out there. Well, if you want to know a little bit more about WEPT, you can do that. Check us out on the net at www.weptv.com. And if you want to know what's on Channel 24, hey, you'll see it right there in front of you when it comes on the screen. It'll roll right on by for you. You want to know what's on the schedule for that day, and of course, we give you the next couple of days on the weekend. So all you got to do is check us out on the net at www.weptv.com. Second down at about 7. Gilbert puts the ball up in the air. That one is almost picked off. And we find out, I believe number 40 is Steve Smith, but almost getting his paws on the ball is Tim Lalone, number 24. Seems kind of strange calling Tim's name. He used to go to school with a Tim Lalone. There's Tim right there. Third down for the Red Raiders, and it could be a crucial one for them with 29 seconds left to play in the first half. Grady with some nice moves. And Grady finally brought down by Chris Sargent, but a big gain on the play, and the Red Raiders have another first down. But Steve Grady, he's broken a couple here in the closing moments of this first half, and the Red Raiders 18 seconds left to play and still enough time to get on the board. So the Red Raiders, many of you probably remember that comeback they made against the Canton Golden Bears last year. They were way down in the first half. They're down here 22-0, but Coach Al Nicola and we talked about that, and he said that he hopes he doesn't have to come back from something like that again. Had a chance to chat also with former head coach Tony DiAgostino this week, and Coach looking forward to doing some other things, but I'm sure he does miss it. And Coach, well, it's not Ron Johnson in there, I don't believe. Someone else in there talking to the OFA Blue Devils. There's a timeout here with 18 seconds left to play in the first half. So, 1st and 10 at the OFA 29. Hubert is back to pass. He'll put it up. He's going for it long. And it's picked off, I believe, by Chris Sargent. So another interception for the number 7, Chris Sargent. And the Blue Devils will take over. The intended receiver was, of course, number 81, Mark Goodfellow for the Massena Red Raiders. So the Blue Devils deep in their own territory, but they get the ball back with 11 seconds left to play in the first half. And more than likely, the Blue Devils will keep it on the ground and try to run this clock out. And we have 1 second left, and that'll do it for the first half. So, we have completed one half of football here. Brian, OFA. This game probably means a lot to fellows that are juniors and seniors this season. And personally, what does the game mean to you? I mean, this has been a rivalry that's gone on for years and years at this school.
Yeah, they've been a tough competitor every time we played them, and unfortunately, we've been on the losing end just about every time we played them. So hopefully tomorrow we'll end that, go out there and start a winning streak.
Now, this would be a great boost to you, especially after the win at Malone. Tell us a little bit about that game. What did you see there that you might want to improve on coming into this game against OFA?
Well, when we play OFA, we can't start off as slow as we did against Malone. We gotta we got to get together right from the first down and keep it that way all the way through the game.
Yeah, they like to come right out firing, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Well, okay, we're going to move on over here to Kyle Bigness. And Kyle, of course, the game coming up with OFA, a good week last week. I know that Coach has been working with on special teams. I noticed that yesterday in practice. This something you fellows had to work a little harder at, or is this just kind of a routine thing working at this?
It's kind of a routine thing, but it's routine, but we work hard at it at times, and times we don't, but we do pretty good at it.
Now, Kyle, what would you like to do after you get out of high school? You got any college you've really picked out that you'd like to go to yet?
Not right now. I'll probably take a year off.
No, there's a lot of fellas that do that. They just kind of want to play out their options kind of in a way, just like in this game, and go on from there.
Relax.
Yeah, relax. That's a good idea. OFA coming up. What does this game mean to you? This has got to hold a special place in your heart, too.
Means quite a bit. Been playing them for years, and they would usually beat us most of the time. A couple years ago, about 3 years ago, they didn't, but they sure hope to change it and not lose to them and beat them, drive the ball down, and keep getting touchdowns.
Yeah, they're a tough team when they get that ball up in the air sometimes. I know that. It's something the secondary have been working probably extra hard this week, haven't they?
Yep.
Okay. All righty. We're going to move down here. We got to talk to Steve Grady. And, Steve, this is a big game this coming weekend. I know last year you played on and off quite a bit. Maybe there's some things you'd like to work on a little harder this season than you did last to improve yourself, too, I'm sure. Every player individually looks at themselves and says, well, I can do this better, I can do this better. What are the things you'd like to work on this season, try to better yourself?
Well, I'd like to try to work on, trying to see more of the seams when I'm running, it's hard to see with all those bigger guys out there, because I'm such a short guy. But I'm trying to work on that a lot more.
Well, short also means quick. Are you quick enough to get by him, though? If you don't have to worry about that if you're fast enough to get by him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, we look at this game coming up here and some of the games down the line. What are probably one of the toughest teams you're going to face this season?
I do believe OFA, and I do believe probably Watertown would be the hardest games of the season. Yeah.
And I believe you got Watertown here for the Hall of Fame game, isn't that right?
Oh, yeah. We have them for the Hall of Fame game. That's going to be a big game. Yeah. It's home. A lot of tradition behind that.
Yeah. Well, fellas, I want to thank you very much for joining us. One of the other questions, I'm going to ask Brian this question. Brian, changing from one coach to another, from Coach DiAgostino over to Coach Nicola, this is kind of a change in game plan out there entirely, isn't there? How has the adjustment been for you? Has it been an easy transition?
Yeah, I think we went to the new offense pretty well. The defense is still basically the same, but the offense is pretty new. We got usually run out I formation instead of the wing T now, and we put the ball in the air a lot more now. But I think the guys have went to it pretty good.
Well, that's great. That's great. Well, fellows, we'll look forward to a great season from the Red Raiders. I'm sure that as you go along with Coach Nicola, things will get just better and better, and we want to thank you all for joining us, okay? Okay, we got more football to come here. Stay with us. On my right is Chris Sargent, and on my left is Gabe Ward. And Chris, we're going to start with you. What a week you had last week. You think you can repeat that?
I don't know. We're just trying to come out here with a win. Hopefully we'll get a whole team effort. Maybe Paul Jaques. We're hoping maybe he can do the same as last week. He had a phenomenal week. So I don't know. I just want to come out here with a win. So.
Well, that was some big plays last week that you made there in the interceptions. You take a look at the team last week. You can win an awful lot of ball games when the defense rises to that kind of occasion. You held that team to 7 points last week, Ken.
Yeah, I expect big things from our defense this year. We had a real good defense last year, but I think this year could be as good, maybe even better than last year's defense with the guys that we have coming up from JV and the veterans that we have from last year. So I think we'll be real good.
What are some of the things the team is working on a little harder this year than they were last year?
Well, there was a lot of guys that got shifted around and put in different positions. So right now we're all just trying to get used to the different positions. Like the quarterback, we had changes. I personally got moved to running back, which is a lot different from wide receiver. It's a lot more tiring and demanding on you. So I don't know. I think everybody's just trying to get settled in right now and get things rolling first, and then we'll worry about all the other things. So.
Well, after all those interceptions last week, I'd say you're comfortable.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay right now, but I don't know. I just want to come out here with a win, and then look on to next week after Massena.
Okay, Chris. Good luck to you in this key game tonight. Gabe, going into this game, OFA and Massena, this has got to mean an awful lot to you. This matchup here. You probably, if you look at this game, the rivalry that's gone on in the past and the history that's behind it and all, you probably got to look at this game and say, I wouldn't care if there was another game this year, but this one we want.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. This is when I always talk to people who used to play for OFA and people who used to play even for Massena, I always hear, how'd you do against them? Are you going to win against them? And even with Mr. Nichols that's here there, he really wanted to come here, so hopefully we can just give them all a victory for us.
I think it's safe to say that a road win here would really pump this team up for the rest of the season, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We had our scrimmage against Peru on the road, and we had some problems, though. We came together at home, but yeah, it'd definitely be good to get our young guys battle-tested on the road.
Now, coaches talk to you, I'm sure, and he always, I'm sure any coach will tell you this, take one game at a time. You believe in this, don't you?
Yeah, I definitely do. That's probably the one thing I learned from last year. Just take it one game at a time, never overlook anybody, especially on varsity level. You know, the teams are so close together, so it seems like every game it just comes down to what team really wants it more, and hopefully we're going to be that a lot of times this year.
Well, Gabe, take a look at this game now. What are some of the things you personally are going to have to do to help stop this Massena squad?
Well, I watched them against Malone there. They look like Hubert's a good quarterback, and they have a lot of good people in the skills position. I guess mainly we just want to win the battles on the line and let our skill guys do their thing. Hopefully we'll break a lot open today.
Well, Gabe, I want to thank you for stopping by, and we want to wish you the best of luck in tonight's contest.
Thank you a lot.
We have more football to come here from Massena, right here on Edwards Production Sports. First half, the Red Raiders had some great moments in there towards the closing part of the first half, and we're moving the ball well. Unfortunately, here in the second half, they've got to start it off by kicking the ball away to the OFA Blue Devils. Hopefully, for the Massena Red Raiders' sake, I'm sure they'd like to get that ball back right away. And we are underway here in the second half. The handoff goes to who else? Chris Sargent. And Sargent has got plenty of room. And he may go all the way. And he does. Touchdown. Chris Sargent taking the handoff from Brian Dupre. And Chris Sargent says, thank you very much. I know what to do with this. And he gallops down the sidelines for a touchdown. And that makes it OFA 28 and Massena nothing. That is Sargent's second touchdown of the evening. And what a game he is having. Dave Beldock will come in to try to put the extra point up. And the kick is up, and it's good. So, Chris Sargent runs it all the way back to start the second half. And our score, with 11:45 left to play in the third quarter, OFA 29 and the Massena Red Raiders nothing. So Chris Sargent gets his second touchdown of the evening. And there is our score. The good news here is the fact that if you're a Red Raider fan, they're going to get the ball back. And the bad news is they're down 29-0. But the Red Raiders have been known in the past to come back from big deficits. And as I said once before, I'm sure many of you remember that game from last year against Canton. So I guess anything's possible. So the Blue Devils will kick it away. And Grady, McDonald, and Josh Doherty are back there. Doherty will take it. Doherty with a head of steam trying to cut up field. And he is brought down by Adam Ripa, number 15 for the Blue Devils. But on a good note, Doherty is able to get good field position for the Massena Red Raiders. And they will go 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Just underway here in the third quarter, live here at Mike Nicholas Field. Hubert at quarterback for the Red Raiders. And they send a man in motion, and the handoff goes to Grady. Grady. Steve trying to get a couple of yards there, and he does. So it'll be 2nd down at about 8 for another first down. There's Coach Ron Johnson of the OFA Blue Devils. Thought that Ron might show some signs of a grin or something being ahead 29-0, but still deep in thought into this game. 2nd down at 8. Grady again. And Steve Grady with a nice gain there. And it looks like it'll be 3rd down at about, well, we'll call it 4 for another Red Raider first down. Great crowd on hand, and it just seems to increase as we go along in this game. Large crowd, but what a beautiful evening. Why not? Important 3rd down play here. 3rd and 4 for the Red Raiders. Hubert the handoff to Grady, and it looks as if Steve does have the first down. As we'll see if they move the chains. Very close. Officials are looking at it, and they finally say a first down. So Steve Grady with some nice runs there, able to pick up some big yardage, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the Red Raider 42-yard line. And an even 10 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Smith comes to the near side for the Red Raiders in an I formation. Doherty comes in motion. Hubert wants to put it up. He looks downfield. And Smith on the reception. And Sargent in on the tackle. Big reception for Steve Smith. So it'll be 2nd down and 1 to go for another first down. Red Raiders moving the ball nicely here, hoping to turn things around here in the second half. Hubert, and he is sacked. Mike Chambers in on the tackle, and will get credit for the sack. Loss on the play. In fact, looks as if about a loss of about 7. So it will be 3rd down. Ball pushed all the way back to the, now we'll call it the Red Raider 43-yard line. Hubert. Doherty again in motion. And the ball squirts loose. A scramble for it. And the Blue Devils have it. And they will have it in great field position at the Red Raider 30-yard line. So this Blue Devil defense has been tough so far in these first two games. They only gave up 7 to the Canton Golden Bears last week and have given up nothing to the Massena Red Raiders in this ball game. Jackson, quarterback, sends Dupre in motion. Handoff up the middle. And Ripa takes the ball forward. Of course, right at this point in the third quarter, the clock is on the side of the OFA Blue Devils, and I'm sure they want to tick off as many seconds as they can here. Second down and 5 from the Red Raider 25-yard line. Jacks looking, and he is met hard there. And stood right up as opted to stick with it. And he drew a crowd. And they will fix his equipment. Paul Jacks, and I hope I'm saying that right. It's spelled Jacqueus. If I was in Canada and it was French, it'd be Jacques, I believe. Third down. And flags everywhere. A lot of finger pointing going on, but we'll see what the officials say. And illegal procedure called against the OFA Blue Devils, and that will march them back a bit. 6:21 left to play in the third quarter. 29-0 OFA, and they have the ball again. Look at some of the fans along the sidelines. Raider fans not very happy at this point as you get a look at our score. Hey, that looks like Coach Tim Hayes, isn't it? Oh, well, looked like him a little bit. Larry's, of course, with the weekend off. Jacks puts it up in the air, and good defensive play there. Dupre on the reception, but Brian McDonald comes up and makes the stop for the Massena Red Raiders. Adam Ripa comes off, number 15 for the Blue Devils. And coming out now, number 24, Tim Lalone. Just a beautiful, beautiful night here at Mike Nicholas Field. Couldn't ask for more. Jacks wants to put it up. Good pursuit by the Red Raiders, and first sack of the game for the Massena Red Raiders. Steve Smith converging on the quarterback for OFA. Brad Griffith, number 77, also getting in there. Week 2 of the NAC. $29-0. Blue Devils on top. Red Raiders trying to get something going here. Gilbert wants to put it up, and the pass complete to Joe Seacott. Good gain on the play on the reception by Seacott. It will be second down and about, call it 5 for another Red Raider first down. Ball at the Red Raider 38-yard line. And the handoff Handoff goes to Steve Grady. Grady has had some nice runs tonight for the Massena Red Raiders, especially the closing moments of that first half and into this third quarter. Third and about 2. Get a look at the OFA sideline. It's Brian Dupre right there, I believe, number 5. And bringing out the chains to measure to see if they got the first down. And it is still quite short of that first down. 4:21 left to play in the third quarter. And the OFA cheerleaders. One time we showed them, they stopped doing something. I thought they'd be doing something, but they're not doing anything now. They got on camera, that's the main thing. Everybody likes to be on TV. We like to be fair, and cheerleaders on there. All right, third down and about, we'll call it 1 for another first down. Hubert wants to put it up in the air and throws it over the head of Mark Goodfellow. Trying to hit Goodfellow on the dead run down the sideline, hoping he could turn something there. And it will be 4th down. And I'm assuming at this stage in the game, I think Coach Al Nicola may want to go for this one, making a couple of changes out there. Dan Frost comes into the game, number 5 for the Massena Red Raiders. I believe Dan is also a backup quarterback for the team as well. So we can see what's going on. We can see. I thought that was Frost that came in. Hubert is at quarterback. Send a man in motion as Doherty comes around. Hubert on a keeper. And it looks like Hubert has the first down. So Matt Hubert on a keeper for the Red Raiders does get the first down. So they will keep this drive alive as he gets it up to the 47-yard line. So first down. Apparently Frost not in the game. He may have been bringing the play in from the sideline. Handoff goes to Grady. Grady. Nice run there. Gets it up close to another first down. So Steve Grady, boy, he's had some nice runs out there for Massena. That'll be second down, and it looks like a couple for another first down. Hubert at quarterback brings Doherty to the near side. We'll see if he stays there in a I formation. Gilbert is back to pass, looking downfield and trying to hit Doherty, and he is covered by Rod Power, number 70 for the Blue Devils. Josh trying to get that one. And it will be third down. Gilbert looks to the sidelines for the play. The OFA coaches right there. From the eye again. Oh, my. Grady trying to run the ball, and Robert Bucci showing no compassion for his fellow football player whatsoever, just hammers him. really a personal foul of some kind against the OFA Blue Devils, and a bonus for the Massena Red Raiders, so they will move the chains. It gives them an automatic first down. I know that does not make Coach Ron Johnson very happy to see penalties like that. But a big break for the Massena Red Raiders. They will take it 1st and 10. Hubert, handoff. And on the play, Joe Seacott picking up some yardage. Clock down to 2:06 remaining to play in this third quarter. Red Raiders trying to get on the board here, trying to get something going, like some kind of a spark here. You get a look at our scoreboard. Live here from Mike Nicholas Field. OFA Blue Devils and the Massena Red Raiders. 2nd down, about 6. Hubert trying to find somebody on the option, but Bill LaFleur coming in there and making the tackle for the OFA Blue Devils. And LaFleur will get a sack to his credit. Other games going on in the NAC. The Malone Huskies are at Watertown to take on the Cyclones. Sandstoners of Potsdam are at Indian River to take on the Warriors. And the Golden Bears are at Gouverneur to take on the Wildcats in this weekend's NAC action. Gilbert is back to pass again. He wants to put it up. He scrambles to the far side, finds someone, and I believe it's an OFA player, and it is. So, Tim Lalone picks it off for the OFA Blue Devils. And they will get it back with 43 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Tim Lalone, he heads to the sideline. Big defensive play there. The Blue Devils will start deep in their own territory. First and 10. Handoff, Dupre. Dupre with some nice moves. And Dupre. Gain of about 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and about 3. Clock down to 22 seconds left to play now in the third. We hope throughout St. Lawrence County you're enjoying this NAC matchup in high school football. We are very happy to bring it to you. And on the handoff, it goes to Joe Pisani. And Pisani, not much of a gain. Let's see. They spot the ball.